Hello. In this unit we're going to talk about how to cross-sell the listing agent. That's the agent who has listed the property that you're going after. Now when we knock on the active listings door and we talk with their clients, the people, we need to understand that the realtor may be a little hesitant about us because we've been more aggressive than any other loan officer they've ever seen before. And they may misinterpret our zeal and our focused prospecting efforts as to being something more shady. So we need to approach them in the right way. What I encourage you to do is, before you go after the realtor, I would encourage you to have a full 1003 application with those people. Sit down at their dinner table, put together the information. The realtor may also call you back if you give your information to the people, and the realtor may want to know why you're going after their listing. And we've talked about how to clearly express yourself as to what you're trying to accomplish. But after you go out and after you do a 1003 with the people, I would encourage you to do this. Pick up the phone and call the realtor directly. And I wouldn't sound like a typical loan officer. What I would do, and what I do is I call them up and sound very dry, very professional, very to the point, almost kind of bored. I say, "Hey Judy, this is Erik Webster with Ascent Home Loans. I'm calling you about the listing you have over on 123 Wisteria Lane. I actually sat down with your clients, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and we sat down and did a full application for a loan. And I just wanted to keep you in the loop about it. Are you going to represent them when they buy their next home?" And at that point the realtor either say yes or no, and it's fine either way. And what your real goal to do is just to simply have permission to follow up with the realtor in a week or two. You're not going to go and slam them for an appointment right off the bat. What you're going to do is send 1 or 2 weekly updates, and then after you get out there, after you're able to kind of get into the realtor's mind that you're the loan officer working with these people, then I would encourage you to go to the next step. And usually I'll give it a week or two where I'll send them the updates, I'll try to stay in contact with them, I'll add them to my constant contact database I have for realtors, and I'll follow up with them about 2 weeks later and simply use this approach. "Hey Judy, this is Erik Webster. Just wanted to send you your weekly update about the Smith family, and some good things are going on in the market right now. Let me ask you a question. I'm sure you have a favorite loan officer, and I'm not trying to steer you away from them, but I'd like to have the opportunity to try to apply for being the loan officer that you send the majority of your deals to. We have some really good systems in place to make sure that a higher percentage of your buyers close, and on top of that we have a great communication system to be able to help you to understand what's going on with your files, so that as your business grows you can handle and scale it up to where instead of doing 2, 3, or 4 deals a month you can do 10 deals a month and not have a nervous breakdown. Could we sit down for about 20 minutes in your office and I could show you the advanced new systems that we have in place to be able to help middle line realtors become high producers? And a lot of times if you present it from a value option like that, they'll sit down and talk with you. I think, and in my experience, the whole approach of, "Hey, I want to send you leads," I think that's been played out and it's been said too much and under-delivered on. So I would just approach it from having a system for them where they can grow their business predictably and they can have clear communication as to what's going on with their files. And for a lot of realtors that's almost more important than just simply getting junk leads from loan officers. I would highly encourage you to put the whole conversation in the context of going ahead and trying to make their business more complete, more whole, because they probably have a lot of gaps in their system currently. They probably have a lot of things that they fly by the seat of their pants on and they don't have put down in a systematic format. So if you can present to them a better way, a more structured way of being able to stay on top of their files, they will absolutely love you forever. And that's typically the way that I will try to cross-sell the listing agent. I won't go after them by saying, "Oh, I've got a bunch of leads that I'm going to give to you," because quite frankly I may or may not. And I do sometimes do that approach, but not always. And another approach you might take is you might say that you have a new system to be able to help realtors follow up comprehensively on the buyers that they've been in contact with, so they don't lose any deals that they've met with but they haven't been able to convert into business. And there's a lot of lost gold out there, and a lot of realtors know that. And if you have a system for that, that'll help them out tremendously. And we're going to talk about that in a later lesson of becoming their call center for them. And we'll talk about that more in depth later on a future CD. But let's go ahead and talk about the open house, which is our next unit. So let's go on and talk about how open houses work and what we can do with them.